Hey, Coach, welcome. So glad you found us on YouTube. Let me know how I can help. As you can see, I've won lots of championships. I've won my fair share of balls behind. Run one of the best high school programs in the country. Coached a bunch of NBA guys. Let me help you become a better basketball coach. This video is just one small piece. Let me mentor you. Teachhoops.com. Click down below or above. We'll help you do that. It is the one-stop shopping for basketball coaches. But the best part is you get a Yoda, you get a mentor. I will help you. You'll get my personal email address. You will get one-on-one calls, office hours, you name it. We will help you become a better basketball coach. Enjoy.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. Coach, how are you
Coach,
today?
another day we could talk about basketball, so
I
I am
know it's a good day. It's
fantastic.
a good day. Um, so before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to our new podcast that's coming around, right?
Yes, youthsportsinsider.com. Go check it out. It's not live yet, but go sign up. We'll alert you when it is live. It is a podcast that's going to talk about the business of youth sports. So if you're an operator, if you're a sponsor, go sign up. You're going to learn a lot. We have a lineup of amazing guest speakers that have a wealth of knowledge in this particular area. Again, if you're an operator, tournament, youth sports, organizer, like if you're a AAU program operator, if you own a venue, a gym, we're gonna break the game down for you, and baseball field too. It doesn't matter. We're gonna help you navigate how to get sponsorships, how to fund your teams and places. So youthsportsinsider.com. Go check it out.
Yep. And then also we want to talk about our checklist, right? That you've
Our
been working on.
checklist. Yeah, absolutely. We have done a we've created a comprehensive checklist to help you get your season organized. And the best time to plan a season is right after the last season ended. So go check it out. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com/season dash checklist.
That was
Again,
good.
coachingyouthhoops.com/, that was a dramatic pause,
It
season
was.
dash checklist.
That made me laugh, actually. All right. So what are we talking about today, Coach?
Okay, so this is a tough one. So we're talking about you have a player, you have a team, and it doesn't matter. You're on a team, you're a coach, you have maybe one or two teams, you have an elite team and a developmental team, and you have a parent who is pushing for their child to be on the elite team, and when maybe their skills are not there. So I want to talk about the hidden costs of doing that. Do you do that? So basically, what I'm saying is if you have a team of 10, this player would be the 10th player and see little playing time, versus being on we'll call it the B team or developmental team, where they would likely be a starter. And we hear this is, hear this all over, right? Every nick and corner and community has dealt with this particular issue.
Yeah. Oh, which comes first, the chicken or the egg, Coach? Which comes
Yeah,
first?
I
This is
know.
a hard one, and what I think this is an individual case by case study from someone
Okay.
that's done it a long time. I think there are kids that will develop more if they're a good athlete and maybe they need to be up, and then there's kids that I think it's the kid, it's the parent, it's the team. All three of those play into that decision and the age level. I mean, so there's probably there's like all these factors that kind of come into where do you put them? Do you put them up
Right.
and sit them, or do you move them down? And then there's some kids are more fragile than other kids. Some kids
That's
will
right.
respond well to it. It's almost
Yeah,
like you need a personality test of the parents, the kids, yeah. Anyway, like because there is that level. Like,
there is. Yeah, no, and
yeah,
it is
that's
a
why it's
tough
so
thing.
hard. so
some
hard.
kids will respond to that great and push themselves. I had a team. I had this kid on the team. We sat, this was high school, boys team, and we were picking the teams, and we literally sat in our office. Do we move? Is this kid number 10, or is he going to be on the other team as, one of the top players? And I'm like, everybody was making an argument, both ways, both directions. He shouldn't be there, should be there,
And you can't
right?
ask the kid at the high school level because they all want to go up.
They all want to go up, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we ended up putting him on the team, on the A team, let's just call it. And he went from 10 to number 6.
right.
He responded, right?
Yeah,
He got better. He pushed himself, right? And he was the first guy, became the first guy off the bench. And we were pleasantly surprised and happy to see that. Because he knew, and we were told him, when we were very honest, like, you can be on this team, but you're going to see the court a lot less. Are you okay with that? He goes, yes. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And he got
let's do it.
after it. He
He
proved
did.
himself. And
Yep. And
now
that's a personality thing, right?
that's right. And
It was-
he's excelling. This is years ago. And I've been following him on LinkedIn, and we're LinkedIn. And he's excelling as a person now,
It's
academically,
a person.
work-wise. He
It's a
works at
personality
Apple,
thing. I know. It's a
right?
personality thing. All right. So let's give a big shout out to GC because we both love Game Changer, don't we?
Yeah, coaches, go check out gc.com/coaching youth hoops. It's free to you. So I encourage you to use it to track stats in your game. You get post-game analysis and game highlights you can share with your team to make your team that much better. So go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops for all of your in-game analytics.
All right. What else do you have? What other thoughts do you have on this, Coach? I gave you kind of
Well,
my thoughts
again,
on
I
it.
think you've nailed it. You nailed it right out of the beginning, which is it really depends on the person. Are they, will their confidence be shattered playing up? Can they handle
Right.
the better players and being not as good as the other players? Um, and I mean, this also the one factor, it's like, when you have a parent pushing for this and questioning you and your evaluations, and you know sometimes as people in general, you're like, you kind of want to dig your heels and say, no, she's on the best team possible, or he's on the best team, we've made that decision. um but again, you don't want, there's always those outliers, like this guy I was telling you about.
Right. Right. And the thing is, it's like they're still kids and they're still developing. And it's
Right.
like, and the great parents can kind of tell you the personality. The great parents can tell you, no, he's going to adjust to this. Or I mean, I could have told you that with both of my kids, which way they were going to go with it. um,
Right. Yeah.
were they going to take it as a challenge or were they going to take it as no one thinks I'm any good? I'm going to quit basketball and play volleyball
Correct.
now.
Yeah.
I'm done. Like that's it. So
Well, the oh yeah.
don't you think? I mean,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and I think, you talk about factors too that go into this is what age are they at? So, if they're eighth graders, and I'm going to talk about girls specifically because it's different what I'm about to say. So, um, what other sports do they do? So, in the case in California, this is the basketball season and the soccer season are the exact same time. S- Yeah. So
oh, that surprises me. Okay.
yeah, and it's unfortunate because we
Yeah.
lose a lot of athletes to soccer. Um, so then you have to ask yourself, well, is she going to play soccer? This is the eighth grade team. I was thinking about, is she going to just go play soccer in high school and she's going to stop in a few months because because literally they have tryouts right in October, so that's only a
Right.
few months away. So you know or and then I debate, it's like, well, just let her play out have fun and let her play out the rest of the season. So I think that's a consideration factor, which is what's their other, are they even going to be able to attend most of your practices? Because here's the fear. They have soccer practice and basketball practice, and they're flip-flopping going back and forth. Well, she's already behind in skills. Now she's going to be behind in your plays, your defense, your philosophy, how you run the team, right? So she's further and further behind, right?
Right.
And that's the thing that parents are not taking into consideration. They just, I think a lot of times they just, well, my daughters should be on the elite team just because it's the elite team.
Team. Right. Right. And
And we
there's
talked about this a few podcasts ago about, we don't call it an elite team, but again, you can see that the players are better, right? Even if you don't call it an elite team, you can see that the players are better.
right. And part of it is it's sometimes it's a social thing for the parents too. It's a, like, well, we've been with this group the whole time. And I know mom, I know, Sally's sister and Sally's, we hang out at the pool, and it's like all these kind of, there's these other variables that are kind of come into play, I think sometimes.
Yeah, I think what we're saying at the end of the day, we can't give you an answer what to do. There's a lot of variables that go into making that decision, but at the end of the day, it's can the player handle it? Are you going to build their confidence or shatter their confidence by having them on the better team when they're not the top player? And you really need to take that. I think that is probably one of the bigger consideration factors in making that decision. What do you think?
No, I agree. I think you got to take all parties into account. So you got to take the kid into account. You got to, I mean, the parents got to take their schedule into account too. It's like there's all, yeah. And I think that's a difficult, is your kid ready for calculus, or are they ready for algebra 3? I mean, it's
Right.
similar to that. And you want to challenge and push.
That's right. You do. Yeah. You want to challenge the kids where they're, you don't want to just play them at their level. You want to, level them up a little bit.
Right.
But there's a point where it's too much.
It's too much. And then they get turned off, and then they don't want to take math classes anymore, and it's too hard, and blah, blah, blah. It's
and as you say, you don't want to be their last coach.
Yes.
Right?
That's Coach Collins' thing. Yes, it is. All right, Coach, anything else?
Yeah. All I can say is good luck on this topic. But to have conversations in the situation, sit down with the parent with the child present and talk through these, or ask the questions, ask the tough questions. And again, I'm all about building kids' confidence, and I'll give a player a second chance, but they also need to live up. They also need to be held accountable in this situation.
Yes.
And you don't want to crush someone's spirit and confidence. So
no. All right. Game changer, Coach. Go over and check
coaches,
it out.
go check out gc.com/coaching youth hoops. One of the best free apps to track stats for your games, all your games. gc.com/coaching youth hoops.
All right. Till next week, Coach.
Next week.
Hey, Coach, I'm glad you enjoyed that video. Let me know how I can help you become a better basketball coach. Teachhoops.com is one way that I can do that. I have coached at every level, won lots of championships, lots of rings. Let me know how I can help you become a better basketball coach on and off the court. So check out teachhoops.com for that.